Hello, this is Jules of Electro Freeze Southeast, and today we'll be going over how to assemble your Fuzionate ice cream machine. So we're going to start off by putting your cylinder together, all right? We're going to start with this part right here. This is called your auger or your beater. The job of this is hold everything together. A rule of thumb for Electro Freeze ice cream machines is there's usually only 5 parts in a cylinder. So we're going to put together and count them together and also explain what everything does as we go. So we're going to start assembling by getting some lubricant. And we're going to start with putting it right here on the shaft, like that, okay? I'll spread that around a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take your second part. So this is 1, this is 2. This is your rear seal. And you're going to put some lubricant as well in the center right there. And when you're done, you're just going to slide right on like that. And it should be nice and snug. If it goes right in, you want to replace it. If this is too flat, go ahead and replace it. But as you put it in together like this, basically what this does is when it goes into the back of the wall in the hole, this is going to hit the wall and prevent you from having mix go out the back. If you have issues with this or didn't lubricate it enough, you'll have mix come out this hole down here, if you can see that right there, okay? So if you start seeing mix come out of this hole right here, just know to check on this and replace it as soon as possible. So you got 1, you got 2, you got 3. This is your breaker bar. What it does is it's shaped a little weird. As you can see, it's gonna drop like this. The reason for that is as this stays in the bottom when it's running, it's gonna allow the air to churn into your product while it's spinning inside, okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 are your blades. You wanna put them on these holes right here, like that. You can put it flat side up this way or that way, but don't put it on that way, okay? So 4 and 5 would be these 2 pieces right here, 4 and 5. And what you're gonna do is when you put it in, I like to have this on the bottom so it holds it in the holes so it won't fall out. And as you go in, slide it in, make sure everything stays. You're gonna hit the back, you're gonna turn until it locks and drops in like that. And then you'll see this supposed to spin and land to the bottom like this. It will need to be like that when you put everything together. If it's not, it won't go together and you're gonna have to correct that. So it only fits one way, so nothing should require hammering anything in, all right? Once you get this in, the good thing to check is basically we press it. If you want to come a little closer, if your rear seal is not touching the back or not in there, it will not give you a bounce. So if you have a little bounce like this, that's a good thing. If it doesn't have a bounce, check it before you put everything in because otherwise you'll have ice cream leaking everywhere, all right? Now we got this in, the second step, we're gonna assemble the door. This is the door, the dispensing head, however you want to call it, but this is where your product comes out, okay? We're gonna start by putting on the door seal. It goes around right here, okay? What that does, if we slide it in like that, it goes between here and the cylinder right here, so it doesn't leak out between the wall and the door. So if you ever have the door on, you're experiencing leakage through here, make sure you check this guy right here, all right? I'll go ahead and put a little bead, probably like that much, a loop around there. Just spread it around. And then what I'm gonna do next is I like to assemble everything on the door before I put it on. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and take this guy right here with their O-rings, I'm gonna slide them on. This is your air bleeder too. When you're priming your machine, you'll be using this to make sure that your machine hits the right minimum fill before you start it. If you don't do that properly, what's gonna happen is you'll get 2 good cones about and then it'll just stop coming out. It'll just start spitting air at you. So if you don't do that beginning right, you're gonna have a lot of problems. So make sure you have this put in right. Slippery here. There we go. And same deal. Sorry about that. So same deal, you wanna make sure your O-rings are on and make sure they're lubricated because if they're not, they could leak or tear. So I always say you can put a little more lube than less because if you have to do it over, everything has to come out again, that's not fun. So same thing, a little resistance going in, it should fit nice and slippery, but snug. Next, we're gonna go ahead and take our main plunger. This is what goes up and down when you pull the handle to release your mix out the front, right? So what you're gonna do, same thing. These also have O-rings that prevent it from leaking. If you're experiencing a lot of leaking coming out from the bottom O-ring you probably looked at. If you're experiencing a lot at the top, check the top one, all right? So we have them out, we're gonna go ahead and pop them back in. Just like that. Slide down the hole. These two are the same O-rings, so you can swap them as long as they're not worn out. That's good. Same thing, you're gonna put a dab of lubricant on each one. Spin it around right quick.
We got it ordered.
And you're gonna put it in the door. When you put it in the door, it should also be snug on the way in, which is good, which means it's sealing. And you wanna make sure this notch right here is facing the back and no notch towards you, because this has to be side to side like this to go in, okay? So we're gonna put that in, and then we're gonna take the door, the handle, we're gonna line it up with a hole right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press it down and go ahead and lock. Go ahead and lock this handle on, so it comes through to the end like this. All right. Now with everything together, we're gonna start putting the door on and resume reassembling the rest of the machine. So with this, in this position, you're gonna notice that it's gonna lock into the back like this, okay? To get it in, first, make sure this is locked in and facing down. Everything's assembled. Go ahead, slide the line up to 2 poles until it sticks through. Make sure it's flat. You don't wanna tighten it with an angle on it. And then you're gonna go ahead and put 1 on and 2 on. And then you're gonna do both to press the door into place. You should not need any tools. You should just go ahead and crank it all the way in, hand tight. You should be good to go. Like that. All right, so next thing up is we're gonna put in our starter pin. You may be used to these pins on our other pump machines. One of the Fuzionate, it uses one like this. It has a very similar function, which is when you pull a handle, it goes up to kick the switch on to turn on your machine to serve. So in this case, what you're gonna do, there are 2 holes in here it's gonna go into. If you wanna come a little closer, up here, you can tell around if you need to. But if you pay attention, there's gonna be 2 little notches right here that these 2 poles are gonna go into. So how you do it is you put the hole in, you press it up, and then you slide it. If you wanna come up here, you're gonna slide it into the notch right here in the handle. So you're gonna slide it in and it's gonna drop right in place like that. Next thing you're gonna do is a little tricky, is you're gonna put in your blender bar right here, okay? The job of this is to spin to make the flavors all come together. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stick this in like that, all the way up. And here's the tricky part. So if you wanna look up here real quick, there's a collar, if you could see it, going up and down like that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it up, push that in, and turn until this notch drops in. You're gonna turn it. So if you don't do it right, so it'll be like that. And when you turn it, it's gonna notch and drop in further. Let go of the collar and drop it, and it locks in place just like that, okay? Once that is done, we're gonna assemble the spout for all your syrup flavors, where all the magic happens with all your incoming flavors. This is your manifold right here. What this does is distribute all your syrups when you're making your flavors, right? Same big thing, there's an O-ring that fits inside here, and you guessed it, you gotta lubricate it. So you're gonna fit it into the little notch inside. And when it's done, it should look something like that. See how it's all flush in there with a little sticking out? It's perfect. Same thing, I put like a little bit of lube right on there. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lock it on, all right? So there are 2 big holes and it locks over to keep it in place. Just know when you're putting it on, the big side is your rinse line is always to your right. So if you're facing the front of the machine, to the right, and it'll be this line that fits in there, okay? So when you do it, put the holes in to the big one, It locks in, you turn, and now it's in place. From there, you will notice that there's short to long on all your hoses, and you would just go in and go ahead and you're gonna come around here. You wanna make sure that it is not in that position. If it doesn't go in, make sure you press it down, you hear a click, and that will hold it in place. And when you put it in, you hear a solid click, like that. If you do not hear a click, it is not put in right and you'll get leakage, okay? So if this is not in the right position like that, you're gonna have trouble getting it on, right? All you gotta do is push it down, it'll open it, and when you put it in, it'll lock it with a click, like that. There we go. And you repeat on the other side. The big one is your rinse, your rest of your lines. Everything together now. Now we are together and are ready to start making some ice cream. All right, well, thank you for watching this video. And if you have any more questions, feel free to give us a call at 352-415-4501 or shoot us an email at partsandservice@electrofreezese.com. Have a great day.